Liberators here. Is it enough? And the Liberators just fall. Even that splash damage wasn't enough for all of the mutas that Tefl has. Medivacs being picked off now. Things are looking pretty scary for Semper, especially now that Ultras are starting to enter the field. Semper trying to do what he can here to kind of just do the harass, and actually picking off this Ultraless Cavern is going to be a pretty big deal. So Ultra Cavern will go down. That is a small victory here for Semper. This might be what he needs to just keep Tefl at home, because right now the army supplies are favoring Tefl 95 to 72. So Tefl probably still feeling pretty confident. Semper needs to keep Tefl at bay as long as he can. And Semper again heading across the map with his Terran Force. There's no Medivac with these though. They stim forward. They might just catch an Ultralist here, and with that Ultra Cavern that has been taken down, that's a pretty big deal. However, another Ultra Cavern is in the making. Semper, though, coming back as far as army goes. Now the army supplies are 81 to 95 in favor of Tefl. But there are Ultras in this army. There are Banelings, there are Mutas, and there are Corruptors. It's still a pretty solid force that Tefl has. Semper able to get a few more Medivacs out now. He is just loading up this base over here with mules to just get any extra mining he can. Scan goes down here for Semper to reveal a little bit of Tefl's army. The Marines can see a bit too. Semper probably feeling a bit concerned at this point, but hanging in there, doing what he can. He has done a pretty good job at keeping his opponent at home while he can get an army backup. Semper tries to move forward, maybe tries to pick off an Ultralist, but doesn't overextend there. I do like all the Widow Mines on the field here for Semper. We have seen Widow Mines just turn a game around, and it's still possible here. Semper has bought himself some time now, and sending a drop out to one of the bases, maybe in the top right, would certainly help. But these mutas might actually catch these Medivacs, and that is not going to be good for Semper. All the mutas, they do see them, and Marines are being dropped out now. Nice reaction there from Semper, and nice catch also from Tefl. Army supplies though now evening up, 127 to 126. Semper has managed to hold on so far, but this army from Tefl is still pretty terrifying looking. You can see that Semper is trying to lure Tefl into these mines, but no such luck. Tefl, I think, knows that they are there and is not falling into that. Two more Liberators now coming out. Liberators can be pretty good. You wouldn't think that they'd be that great versus Ultras, but they can do their job. Scans now. Nice scans here from Semper, really just revealing where Tefl's army is. Semper getting set up here, his liberation zones. Nicely placed. But this base over here might be in some trouble once Tefl realizes it's there. Is being transformed into an orbital, but once Tefl knows that's there, that could definitely go down soon. Nice few free banelings there for Semper, but Tefl has enough minerals and gas to rebuild those. Looks like Semper just getting his positioning here. I think he's really just making sure he's in a good position and go when he can. Both players just really trying to get a good position at this point, just making sure that they don't run headlong into something they shouldn't. Small drop here from Semper is going to try and take out those bases up in the top right, because right now Tefl has a really strong looking economy. Nice attack there. Has been diverted from Semper, but Tefl might try that again soon. Looks like Tefl is going to run in. A lot of banelings here. It looks like these SCVs are in danger. Oh, but Semper setting up some really nice liberation zones too. Now Tefl trying a nice attack here, trying to attack on two different fronts. Liberation zones that getting set up, a couple more liberators staying active to take down the air. And now this attack actually from Semper takes out the base in the far right corner and goes to take out the next one as well, but Tefl has been forced home. Semper going to lift off if he can. There are mutas here to prevent those medevacs from going really anywhere. And that does get taken out, but Semper meanwhile just goes for Tefl once again. Semper also trying to get his economy set up. It hasn't been too easy. Tefl has done a great job right now, making sure his opponent stays home and feels scared. Tefl again moving out, wants to make his opponent feel like he can't leave his base, and Tefl has indeed done a great job with that. I think Tefl, he's going back up to the top, right? I think he might be a little concerned that something is coming his way, and he would actually be right. I mean, we've got Liberators, we've got Medevacs ready to take down what they can. A few of them going for that base. Do force to cancel, but Liberators are heading up, but there's just a lot of anti-air here, especially with the carrier, with the, the Corruptors. Nice reinforcement there for Semper, is able to save a couple of those wins. Tefl gets a nice surround though on a lot of this drop. Over both players at this point, it's still hard to say how both of them, like, who's ahead, because armies are staying about even. We now have Ghosts in Semper's army, which can work very well versus the Ultras. Semper now looks like he's trying to force back Tefl's army. Tefl's army right now is really terrifying. We've got Corruptors, we've got Ultras, we've got Banelings. It is not an army I would want to be against, but nice harass here from Semper, keeping Tefl at home, or at least keeping Tefl away from Semper's bases.
Yeah, I mean, I'm back instantly.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I feel a lot better for, well, let's not discuss that in front of an audience, but oh boy, it looks like quite the game I've been missing, and Tefl is just crushing forwards. Ultras are scything away. The Ghosts try and get what damage they done can, but it just looks like everything closed on them a little too fast, and he needs to get them back behind that to protect him, meat shield the bio. But there's just way too much for Tefl. How can Semper beat this army?
It has been a tough game for Semper this entire time, but now it looks like Tefl is moving forward. And you know, Tefl has a lot more as far as economy goes than Semper right now. So Semper probably, you know, a little hurt after losing that base and so much army as well. I mean, the army is now 140 to 79, definitely favoring Tefl.
Oh yeah, pretty heavily. Bunch of Liberators, some Widowmines borrowed up. and just this kind of Sim City from Semper means it's going to be a little tough for Tefl to actually close the game out, though. And especially when we're getting this really late game scenario where you basically can't just starve your opponent out. There's plenty of bases Semper's expanded to. Semper's now expanding to one of the other spawn locations, which automatically means like they're super easily defensible bases because that's what spawn locations are. And Semper can gradually start pushing back on the map. The creep spread for Tefl is really not looking all that stellar. But the next paradigm shift for Tefl is going to be Broodlords from this Great Spire. And that's when he's going to be able to actually like start sieging up these defensive locations of Semper, stopping Semper's army from just running underneath the Broodlords and killing them with Ultras. And that's when things get a little bit tough for Yellow Turn.
Yeah, and this Greater Spire getting very close to completion now. There's a lot of Corruptors here, and many of them will be morphed over. And once those Broodlords are here, this is going to be infinitely tougher for Semper. Semper probably going to lose this base again. The Corruptors closing in on it.
Yeah, they're going to take that down with not too much effort. And Tefl just comes around to find a different attack avenue. He doesn't still know about this base, so yeah, Semper's going to drop the Mule Hammer. Looks like Tefl should scout it out soon enough. And there we go.
Yeah.
Might see the Corruptors use their Corrosive Vial on it. Caustic Spray, is it?
Yeah.
Or the Lynx can just take out itself. Like,
Yeah, another base
basically.
falls there, and Semper does try and move in with those Liberators, but ooh.
Oh,
Yeah,
Semper. All that splash damage from the Liberators, even on Corruptors, does so much.
Liberators, though, are starting to get a little low, at least a few of them. I like the little ghost that's in one of the bases that is just... He's just doing.
I was just looking at that. I saw like one extractor under attack, and I was like, "What's going on over there?" And it's just one ghost that's been slowly chipping away at it. Oh, Sporkle's just out of range to actually give protection to the ghost. But oh man, these ultras just take no damage from the bio. They're gonna cleave away at all of this. The Liberators even get taken out. Huge concave of Corruptors. And yeah, Tefl actually has like just under double Semper's supply. He's going to take out these two Medivacs. One Broodlord on the field now. A little bit of a Ultra Ling counterattack taking out some macro orbitals here. A really macro orbital comes down here. And GG, Tefl finally closes out game number 5.
Yeah, the score now 3-2. Tefl is ahead there. So this has been an intense series in that last game.
Man.
Just wow. Very well done.
Yeah, and what would we come on to now? Orena. That's a definite possibility for things to get even crazier. And that's, of course, our penultimate map as well now. So
Yeah.
who's on match point now?